Hi guys, how are you? Hope you're all keeping well and healthy. Right, very short and sweet and to the point. I'm just going to go over with you what are the main things you need to include in an email when you write an email. Now, a lot of you probably will be writing quite a few emails actually at your time here in college, but also once you graduate from college and you're in your jobs or in your companies, wherever you're working, you're going to have to send quite a few emails, right? So some top tips for you here, right? The first thing to always remember when you write an email, you always have a subject line, right? So don't forget you always have a subject line, and you need to put what you would like to discuss or talk about in your email in the subject line, right? So let's say if you'd like to discuss your attendance maybe with your teacher here at college, you could quite simply put in the subject line, my attendance. So straight away the teacher opens that email, they know what exactly your email is going to be about, right? It's going to be, okay, this is going to be about your attendance. So it gives the idea of what your email is about. Never leave it blank. Always make sure you have what you'd like to discuss. Briefly, of course, in the subject line, such as maybe your attendance, or let's say you cannot come to class on a certain day, you're going to put then, maybe let's say you can't come to class on a Thursday, you're going to say Thursday going to be absent. Something like that, right? So give the idea to the reader what your email is going to be about. Great. Let's move on to the second thing then. Always remember, you need to have a beginning greeting and an end greeting, right? So beginning and end greeting. So quite simply you could say, Dear Mr. David, or Dear Jennifer, yeah, Dear Catherine, maybe if those are the names of your teachers. And how would you perhaps end the greeting? You could say, yours sincerely, and that's when you'd put your name. So yours sincerely, Ahmed, maybe, or yours truthfully, Muhammad, you could say, or best wishes, you could say as well. So always make sure you have like an opening greeting and an end greeting. Don't just start talking about what you'd like to say without the greeting, and always end with kind of like an end greeting, right? Once you've done that, don't forget you have the middle part then of your email, and that's where you're going to really discuss the detail. Let's say your absences you would like, or your attendance. You're going to discuss that in the main body. Similar to an essay, you have the main body. Don't go into too much great detail, right? Keep it short and sweet and to the point. Don't put any unnecessary detail in that, right? Remember, the person who reads your email probably has got a lot of emails to read as well, and you want to keep that, you want to grab that person's attention, right? And one easy way to do that is to keep it short and to the point. Don't make it so big, the email, right? That when they read it, they'll be like, whoa, this is a long email. So make it short and sweet. All right, guys? So quite simple things to follow there. Don't forget your subject line, what you would like to discuss, right? You'd have your opening greeting and maybe your end greeting as well. Remember, you then have your main part, the detail of what you'd like to discuss with the person. And you need to keep that short and sweet. Don't forget that, right? Short and sweet. Don't go into too much detail. Okay? Those things should keep you on the right track. We'll go through a little bit more detail later on more elements you should include in an email. But just remember those basics, right? Your subject line, you need to include what you'd like to discuss. Never leave it blank. Your opening greeting, maybe your ending greeting as well. And then you'd have the main body, what you'd like to talk about, but keeping it short and sweet and to the point. All right, guys? Awesome. All right. Thanks for your attention, and catch you later.